Well, good morning, Kenneth O'Neill. It's good to see you again.
Well, good morning. I always look forward to this weekday, start of the week.
That's right.
You know, my word of the week for every week, my word of the week is gumption. You know?
Yes, we have to have that get up and go, right?
Get up and go. That's our initiative, and we just have to keep on going.
Yes.
And once we get out of bed, make good decisions.
Excellent.
Choose a good habit over a bad habit.
Okay, and that does that kind of summarize the word gumption?
That does.
Gotcha.
That's excellent. Boy, you're sharp this
Oh my
morning.
gosh! Well, I must have had my coffee.
Had your coffee ready to go. So this week, the word is really, really powerful word, and it's got a lot of entomology with it.
Ooh, I like that too.
Don't you like that word?
Yes, I do.
So the word is priorities.
Ooh, priorities. And I'm going to get my paper.
Get your paper
and make
out.
some notes
your
for
pen.
that.
You need a pen?
I've got one behind me.
Okay,
so tell me
very
about
good.
priorities.
Priorities. So what we want to do here is to slow down enough to think about the word, write it down, learn from it,
Okay.
and apply it to our lives in a meaningful way. So
Nice.
we really want them to take hold of the word.
Okay.
So
Okay.
anyway, the word is priorities. Now
Plural.
notice that it's plural.
Not just one.
No, okay, and that's what we're going to discuss. And this came to me early this morning.
Okay.
So we have a word, priority, which is one.
Right. Right.
We have priorities, which are plural.
Two or more.
All right.
Yeah.
And then we have the base word, though, prior.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Now, prior means before. But did you know that prior could be a monk that is head over a group of friars or monks?
No, I didn't.
Prior, okay?
Okay.
So that is a noun for that word. It's like an elder in ministry, maybe. So I believe that this word priorities is a misnomer.
Okay.
So it's a misnomer because just by the definition of priority, that is a single, and it must be the one thing. Priorities must be the one thing.
I see.
Now, we have a bunch of things, but so this word actually began in the 1400s, but in the 1940s, the word itself began to be priorities.
Okay.
And so it comes from, I wrote this down early this morning, okay? So, but it actually comes from changing in the Industrial Revolution, all right? And then there was a rise at that time of many businesses coming. There were a lot of stuff after the war, during the war, that got geared up. And so there began a corporate culture.
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
And then there was a guy named Deming at this time who was a time management flow person. In other words, in a process, how does the product flow? So he did these time management studies.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Okay.
So that's where the word comes from. But there's actually, at that time, we began to have this myth. Now look at this. We're talking about a misnomer,
Right.
and a myth.
Oh.
And the myth is about multitasking.
Yeah.
Multitasking.
As I'm writing over here.
As
and
you're
listening.
writing over there, you're listening, we're doing this around. So what that does when we're talking about multitasking, we're confusing
Yeah.
urgency, all right? And we're going to talk about the urgency here, with true importance. Is it really, really that important? And I've always said that no, we don't gain anything by multitasking. Now, there's some simple things like, you know, when I talk about personal care on the spoke of the wheel of life, if you are going for a jog or a walk and you're listening on your ear pods, you're multitasking.
Yeah.
So that could be beneficial.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But you're right. I mean, if you're going to write on the tablet and turn around and type over here.
Yeah, check
and then
on my
you're going
sound
to check
levels.
on the
Right,
Yeah, so
right.
yeah, that's not.
Check my phone in between. All those things.
That's right.
Yeah.
All of those things.
Yeah.
And we do check on, the priorities as plural, many, many things.
Mm-hmm.
And it meant originally it's the one thing that deserves the primary attention.
Okay.
That's it. So the definition of oneness is what we should go on, really. And we'll talk about it in a second. So as you were talking, it's amazing. Phones buzzing.
Yes.
Emails are piling up.
Yes.
Social media.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Work pulls us over here. And so we got family responsibilities.
Mm-hmm.
And so the result, what does all this come to? Many people are really busy.
Yeah.
I've heard some people call it perpetual busyness.
Yes, yes.
Without any meaningful progress.
Mm-hmm.
And see, we want to get, our ultimate goal is to become the best version of ourselves. So we want to gain a little. The word is to grow forward. So what truly matters in our life? That's why we're talking about priority today. And so it really comes down to my wheel of balance,
Great.
right, as to what we do. So we look at everything, and we all, and on this wheel of balance, things must be done in order. All right, so your mental input is number one.
Definitely.
And a lot of people say, well, no, your spiritual life's number one. Well, what you want to do in the mental input is make sure you're putting in the good, the
Mm-hmm.
truth,
Mm-hmm.
things that are, what does the Bible call it? Things that are beautiful.
Nice.
Putting them in your life.
Mm-hmm.
So if your health is failing, your priority becomes your body. All right? If your relationships are strained, your connection, your communication, you start concentrating on those things. If your finances are unstable, you must increase your stewardship.
There you go.
You must be more self-disciplined. Now, we always look for the historical use of all this.
Yes.
And we can't go into it today, but the greatest, and you and I love these guys from history, Benjamin Franklin,
Sure,
George Washington,
sure.
Abraham Lincoln. Okay, so the guy that did all this, Dwight D. Eisenhower.
I was going to ask if you were going to bring
Yeah.
him up. Okay.
Okay, so what do you remember from him?
Well, I'm thinking about your word priority. So
Uh-huh.
I'm remembering how a friend shared a matrix that he used.
Right, a matrix that he
Yes.
did. And Steven Covey later on
Okay.
took that, and he wrote that book about the journey and doing the one thing.
Okay.
And
I
then the
recognize
guy that
name.
started Keller Williams Real Estate Company, he wrote a book, Just Do the Next One Thing.
One thing.
The
The
priority.
next one thing.
The one
Okay.
thing.
Okay.
And then my favorite guy, I got a lot of favorites, so is Benjamin Franklin on
Nice.
his 13 virtues.
Right. Okay.
So we've talked about that
Yeah.
before, and he sat down when he was like 18 or 19 when he did
Wow.
this,
Young guy.
and he said, I can be a better person. I can be better. I can do better. So he actually, first time he wrote the list, he wrote 12.
Okay.
And he asked a friend of his, he said, can you look at this list and see if there's anything that I need to add to become a better person? And the friend looked at him and he said, yeah, there's something you can add, and the reason it's not on the list is because you don't have any of it. What do you think that
Okay.
was?
You don't have any of it.
He didn't have it at that
I don't
time.
know. I don't know.
Humility.
Oh, because he thought he was.
Yeah, he's.
Yeah.
I'm it.
I got it.
I got it. He's
Yeah.
a big ego, I guess.
Yeah.
But and sometimes maybe we can go through that list. That'd be a great thing to do. He number 9. I always enjoyed that. Number 9 said, "Be moderate." Be moderate. Now he wasn't talking about gluttony or too much alcohol or
Okay.
something like that.
Okay.
What he was talking about is how do you respond to people When somebody says something mean, points a finger at you, blames you for something you didn't do, how do you respond?
Gotcha.
And he
Gotcha.
said, do it in moderation.
Gotcha.
Be kind, be considerate of people. All right. And he had a great saying. He said, lost time is never found again. No. So, our time, our use of our time, reveals our priorities. So what does priority have to do with your character? Definitely. When you prioritize with strong character, what do you prioritize? The truth or what's convenient? Do you go for what's comfortable or discipline yourself?
Right.
Do you grow, become a better person, or are you just in this for the entertainment?
Right. Good questions. Yeah.
So let's give 3 simple steps
Good.
for this week on how to prioritize. So step 1, we have to reflect and think about it and ask our question, this major question: what truly matters most in my life? And this is not easy. I'm not saying it's easy, but what is truly the most meaningful in your life? And of course, a lot of people, they say, well, the 3 F's, okay? Faith, family, and friends. That's number 1. That's my number 1 priority. But other answers, of course, are the things that are on the wheel of life. Our health, our relationships, our finances, all of those are priorities. And so, number 1 step, when you reflect and really think about this with yourself, you begin to get clarity on what is really important in life. And we personally, right here in Kerr County, with the July 4th floods,
Right.
and people lost a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of them went through and said, that was really important to me, especially the lives of the people that have been
right. And
lost.
I think it realigned our priorities for a while,
Right.
at least. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, and Rick and I did that program that next Monday, and we talked about how important tomorrow is, because those people that died in the floods, they had no tomorrow.
Right.
No tomorrow. And by the way, I thank you for putting that up.
Sure.
And, I've
It's
had
available
several
on YouTube.
several comments about it. So you get clarity. And then number 2, you want to align your time. Okay, align your time. And so it's pretty simple once you know what is important. So remember, that's what you want, the clarity, and then you can begin to align your time with the priority. All right. So if health is a priority, you must begin a schedule.
Yeah.
A workout schedule, a diet schedule, a sleep schedule. If learning is a priority, well, you got to start reading and study. It's got to appear on your schedule.
That's right.
I mean, every day I sit down and in my planner I write the steps and the action steps that I'm going to take today.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
So that has to be done. And then after you do those things, you got a little plan, a little schedule for what you're going to do. I'm going to get better. Oh, by the way, here's what I did. Monday morning,
Yes.
I was putting down my things for the week.
Right.
All right. And so I said, I don't know about you, but I gained 9 pounds over the holidays.
Oh, no.
Yes. And I have been struggling since January.
Yeah.
After January. Well, I'm counting in the week of the new year.
Okay.
All right?
Sure. Yeah.
So I'm going along trying to get down.
Yeah.
So I weighed 185. Okay. And so last Monday, I weighed 190.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm getting back.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
And this morning,
Yes.
I weighed 186.4.
Those points
Points,
sure
they
add up,
count.
don't they? They
They
really
do.
can encourage you in between. Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Now, the third thing here after reflecting and after getting your schedule down pat based on what is important,
Right.
you want to guard your focus. See, we believe you have to have a focused, intentional life. And what happens is we are competing with all kinds of voices coming to us. Did you know that 60,000 thoughts every day run through mine and your mind?
Wow.
Not together, but
Yeah,
yours.
each
You
one.
got your own
Yeah.
60,000.
Yes, I do.
Okay, and they're coming at you. So we
Yes.
have a lot of these
Yes.
competing things that people want you to do this way.
Right.
And the best word that we can come up with is no.
A short word, short and sweet,
short
and to the point.
sentence. No is a complete
Yes.
statement. I'm telling you. So you have to use your self-discipline and your courage, your boldness to say, no, I can't do that. So make sure you're focused. So energy comes when you do this. So what I'd like to do is the final thought here. When people are on their deathbed, they don't talk about the things that they did do.
True.
They talk about the things they didn't do.
The regrets, yeah.
The regrets.
Yeah.
So that's what we should do, is to prioritize our life. Do the important stuff. Do what is important to you. And one of the big things is not pay attention to those people when they are pushing you a certain way that you really don't believe in. And I'll tell you something that happened to me. I do a lot of coaching around the world, and there was one of my coachees said that she had been invited to this mastermind of someone else.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so she
Okay.
told me what she thought she would get out of it and what she wouldn't. And so, but we just kind of looked at it and analyzed it and took a look at it. Did it meet her priorities?
Okay.
And
Okay.
so she said, well, I don't think I'm going to take them up on that offer because it does not get me closer to my goal.
Okay.
And at the academy out at Shriner, as you were talking about the matrix, that matrix, it's got 4 quadrants, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 being not important,
Yeah.
not urgent.
Yeah.
Throw it in the trash can,
Just
all right?
file 13.
But number 2 is where you should really do all of your work, okay? In other words, when you're prioritizing and you've got these 2 items, these number 2 items that need to be done, as long as you have one number 2 item open, do not do a number 1 or a number 3, all right? And so these things are important, but they're not urgent.
Urgent, right.
All right. So the urgency comes in when the building catches on fire.
Run.
You run out.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
But the big thing is making sure it's a number 2 item. That number 2 item will move you closer to your goal.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest goals that my young adults had was to make straight A's. That's what we wanted them. That was the goal, to have
Yes.
a 4.0. And so I gave them a plan by 10 items to obtain a 4.0 if they did this and this. And it was not studying the night before a final exam.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I
Gotta
mean,
break it down.
You break you break it down and you eat an elephant one bite at
That's
a
right.
time.
That's right.
So you study here. You start studying with the result in mind, an A on that final exam, final course grade.
Right.
And so they started the first day. As soon as they got the syllabus, they are aiming at that A on this final.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so that's what we need to do. And so what is your priority right now, today? Not tomorrow. Today is the present, and it's a gift, and we
Yes.
need to do that today. What is that priority? And it could be, I need to walk in the park.
Yeah. Could be.
Could be.
Could be.
So we want everybody to contact us. Let's start a new relationship of conversation.
Great.
They can look at the website. It's crowneal.com. Very simple.
Okay.
KRONEAL.com. And they can schedule a time for a conversation. There
Excellent.
is no charge for a conversation.
There you go. There you go. Well, thank you, Kenneth.
Thank you.
Thank you for your word of the day priorities. And we look forward to next week as well.
All right.
Thank
See you
you.
next week.
All right. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.